Hi everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive here with a full moon in Capricorn reading. Let's go ahead and get started with some Moonology cards. It's for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. You don't even have to be a Libra to be here. So welcome to the channel. We'll get some messages, get a little insight. What is this full moon bringing? What does it represent? We'll get tarot and oracle card messages, angel numbers. We'll pull crystal cards, all kinds of cards. Animal cards, if I didn't say that. All right, balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. First card, emotions are running high, super moon. Believe in the impossible, blue moon. And bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. All right, so we have our 4 out already. All the decks I use are in the description box. We are going to use the Dark Mansion Tarot by Tarot Teca Studio. And let's see what we have. What do we have for you today? Some key points maybe about this full moon. Full moons generally are good for like releasing. So maybe you have some things coming to an end, releasing some sort of energy. I do feel it can be an emotional time. So maybe some of you are also, I'm getting some of you like rushing to clean or clear something up or out. There's a release here. There's also this energy too, just being very mindful that, I know I say it all the time here, and you probably hear it other places too, but like what you think about, you bring about. Like just because something is, just because someone else says something doesn't make it true. And also another message that comes with that is like you keep tuning into like what you want to see in the world. So if things, even if things when they're falling around or falling apart around us, maybe like still tuning into that joy and actively like trying to create more peace and love and joy and harmony within your own life. Oh my gosh. Okay. So bottom of the deck, which you didn't see, it's 4 of Wands. This card keeps showing up no matter what deck I use. It's very interesting because I wasn't even going to look and I shuffled the cards and I was off camera shuffling. Yes. But still, I mean, I look at the bottom of the deck and like, there's the 4 of Wands yet again, keeps coming up. That's the 1111 card. Like tuning in to your own spiritual and intuitive knowledge, wisdom, like knowing, having faith in the divine, that all is well still, no matter what's going on. So the 1111 card, things in divine timing, celebrating achievements, celebrating this new level of stability that could be coming in. As you release something that's not suiting you, that's not serving you, you're opening the door to a much better lifestyle or change or life, or just there's definitely this energy of like the whole like one door closes, another one opens, but it's beyond that. It's like it's not that simple. Okay, it's you've had to maybe lean into some level of discomfort and really even almost like find your way through it in darkness, for so long, and then regardless of there are a lot of channels that they do the whole like scare tactic as far as titles or whatever, and it's kind of like you don't have to buy into that kind of reading. You don't have to believe that. You don't have to go along with the word they're giving me is like the pandemonium that's being predicted or whatever. Okay, so yeah, and even myself on this channel, like when I make predictions, for some of them, I'm actually hoping I'm not right. But just because something is, like predicted or set to happen, even like just because something's going to happen, doesn't mean that you still can't be you and still can't find happiness and joy and reasons to celebrate within your life. So I feel a lot of you are leaning towards that and really tapping into your own personal freedom to be happy. Okay. And we did get some channeled messages not long ago about finding cosmic harmony and looking for signs of peace, like actually looking for signs, reasons to be happy. Because yes, emotions are running high, but we have to believe in the impossible here in order to create it. Okay. A lot of crazy ideas and inventions and things all started with somebody who was probably judged for having such an out there kind of idea, so peace. It's not so crazy. Okay. All right. Balance, spirituality, practicality. So there's like having to kind of balance all that out. Like, yes, I have to go on in my everyday life. And yes, things aren't great on the world stage maybe, but I have to be practical here, and the only way I'm going to be able to like make it through is like to still make time for going out in nature with your dog, or sitting in your garden with your coffee in the morning, or whatever it is, like that brings you happiness and joy and helps you feel like this life is worth living, and you're still going to get what you want from life. Okay, so because otherwise it's like what's the point, if we're all doomed, right? It's not all doom and gloom, okay? No matter what other people are telling you. Oh my gosh, see what I mean? There's the Ace of Pentacles, and there they are in their garden with their very own pentacle to plant. And from that, they can manifest whatever they want. You have the ability to do this. So, I'm getting this energy of like things kind of spilling over. Don't let the darkness kind of spill into and dim your light or whatever, or taint your beautiful pool of water. It's like I'm trying to think of a good analogy here, but the Ace of Pentacles. It's like you don't have to drink the Kool-Aid or something, or you don't have to like buy into whatever just doesn't feel right. Okay, so this is this is opportunity and prosperity, promotion, investment, new job, maybe new income. It's about you knowing and seeing potential, even though maybe others around you aren't or don't. It's kind of like if you live with somebody, for example, who's like constantly in a bad mood. It can really wear on you, but I feel that a lot of you you are stronger than that energy. Like your light is brighter than their darkness. That's what I feel. Your light is brighter than the darkness that surrounds you. That's what I feel this is all about. What else do we have? And yeah, sometimes it is work. Sometimes we do have to actively seek out opportunities. They don't just come to us, right? Generally, no. There's the Empress. The Empress is like the glorious gardener of the deck. This is somebody who is like sees potential and goes for it, and plants those seeds, and is creative and create. Often she's pregnant, so there's like it's like knowing that abundance surrounds you, and that there is beauty and there's fertility all around, and that's part of that believing in the impossible. Believing in yourself too. Okay, and you have the Tower card here, and that's falling underneath that. Bring love into the situation. Even the best gardener, if you're trying to plant something in the wrong environment, sometimes it's just going to get constant problems with it, right? It could be that your environment is playing such a role in your progress, or it's like even on something separate from you. You could be watching someone go through their own tower. Had to get some water there. I actually do feel this is a little bit outside of yourself, but it could be like right in your home even. Excuse me. Yeah. Again, I get this sort of like energy that you're often around at work or somewhere else, at home, at work, college, wherever. Or it's like world stage even. And it's like, it does have the potential to be a disruptor, but it's not a destroyer of your joy or your dream. Again, your light is brighter and more powerful than the darkness that surrounds you, than this storm that could be around you. That feels like it's around a lot of us, the dark clouds sometimes, but there's still hope for growth in the dream, keeping that dream alive. Yes, emotions are running high. Yes, things aren't going exactly as planned for a lot of us, but I can't say you didn't see this coming, because I feel like a lot of you have known this something had to give eventually. This can be a breakup. This could be a parting of ways in some way. But I see it as so separate. I feel for some of you, like, I feel it's so separate than what you're trying, than what not what you're trying, but what you are going to be victorious in creating. All right. That's different. That is removed. It could be that it was some sort of love relationship, just based on where it's falling in the reading. It could just be like you've tried and tried with a certain situation, a setting, an environment, or person, and you know, you probably already know this, but if we don't address the things that need addressing, the universe has a way of coming in and clearing the air for us, or giving us a tower moment, right? Or if someone close to you hasn't cleaned up their act or whatever, it's like maybe now you're seeing them paying for that. Like, well, you know, you had a good run, but now it's time to get out or something. You know, there's just something here where it's like, maybe things kept going their way, and it seemed like, I don't know, it seemed like they were never going to get their taste of their own medicine or whatever. They were always kind of maybe getting their way, and then now they're seeing maybe some of the things that like you've had to go through in life, even some of those challenges and difficulties. So I just could get something along those lines there with that. Let's see what else we have. It could be leadership changing. It could be like you get a new boss, or you know, a new whoever's in a big role somewhere. Like things are shifting. The power shifts. Oh my goodness, and totally, yep. It's more. I mean, it's kind of like for some things, for some situations, it's like, well, it's already pretty grim. So it's only like here's the things looking up. That's about all. The only direction we can go in right now is up. Is what it feels like. All right, that's what the energy kind of coming off that card. And so you have your second ace. You've been getting multiple aces in my readings, as well as the Four of Wands lately. Some other cards have been coming out regularly, but certainly the Tower. I mean, we have almost every reading's a Tower, I feel like. But we were getting Star card a lot too. But this Ace of Cups is you know, it's your creation. It's like Empressy kind of vibes. This is about, again, the dragonfly being here. It's like shine your light, and don't be afraid to like to put something out there that might seem a little like, oh, you know, what you want to do? What you want to paint your house purple? What? Nobody does that. So what? So do it. Maybe you'll inspire others. So there is this feeling here of like, also maybe you change your mind on something. I do get, it could be also someone you hear about, or even in your own life, there's a proposal here. Yes, it could definitely be for marriage. I have it falling underneath one of the, what I consider a marriage card, which is a union card here, which is the Four of Wands. But there's something or someone, something or someone coming in divine timing. Okay, falling under that just actually, it's random, but it's a random message. I just heard love information. So you could love oh yes, you could love some information that comes in. Okay, I get it. And you're going to know what to do with it too. There's something here. You're going to make the right decision. What else do you have? You know, aces those are some opportunities. And you could also, you actually have the opportunity to be something to be served first. Maybe you literally get somewhere that you wanted to go and you're the first one there. Like you know, you're the first caller. I don't know, or you're the first person there, or maybe it's like you need to devote more time to self-care too. I am definitely getting that. But yeah, moons can be the sort of the completion, things building, and then boom, Tower. You know, things kind of break down. But it's, you know, what comes after the Tower, the Star card. You have the Three of Cups. There's a celebration here in order. Could be good times, good food, good fun. You may literally receive an invitation. But there's also an opportunity maybe to be part of a group, or to work with others after a period of working on your own. Getting something about people not pulling their weight. Now they will pull their weight. But again, there's something about this brilliant manifestation of abundance coming in. Wow, lots of cards of manifestation. Look at this. They gave me the phrase brilliant what does I say? Brilliant opportunity for abundance or something like that. And then you get the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups is like right under that Empress, and it's believe in the impossible. Something's rare here. You have a rare opportunity coming in. The Empress, absolute abundance, fertility, creativity, something beautiful coming in. And then there's the 10 of Cups, which is the happily ever after. Generally, it features a rainbow. This is a wish coming true for you. Something I'm getting almost like a moving up a level, shifting gears. Something is taking off finally. And you have the 6 of Pentacles. Like even your dog's going to be happy if you have a dog. You know, there's no, yeah. 6 of Pentacles. You have the Libra scales up there. So finding that balance as far as how much to give versus not. That's the thing is it's almost, it feels like the scales were really imbalanced with the situation. And then now something's going to come in and level it out. Like really, that's it. Done. Something's done that you don't want. It's actually, that's another thing with the Tower is a lot of the times it'll come in, it'll end something we didn't like anyway. You know why? So we can have the Sun right there. Look at this Sun, bottom of the deck, and it says impossible. I think it's going to be impossible. So like I don't know. It's kind of like believe in the impossible again. Okay, happiest card in the deck, Leo. You know we're going to enter Leo season. The new moon's going to be in Leo. I just dropped a moon card. Oh, okay. Let's see. You might like this. Full moon. Surrender to the divine. So surrender to what this divine moon that's coming in today is trying to actually eliminate an eclipse from your life so you can have this brand new joy. Because when we have the sun and the moon, I think eclipse. And when I think eclipse, I think you're getting rid of something. Something's getting out of here. We're getting something out of here. And it's and some lights being revealed. Okay. During this, there's going to be like a major illumination. Okay. It could be even in the next 2 weeks. So from like this full moon to the new moon, somewhere around that new moon could be a very powerful time for the world even. Okay. On the world stage. I've been saying for a long time, I'm getting something about like around July 24th, late July. Okay. You have the 5 of Cups here. There's like some sadness, some grief, some heartache. There's still a cup standing though. There's still one remaining. I need to get a follow-up on that. The Chariot. There it is. Let's move on. You know, once you've processed what you needed to do here, just remember you still have this Ace of Cups here waiting in the wings. Okay. You have this Ace of Cups ready to come in. Some of you are ready to receive love and be loved for who you are and how you are, just as you are, not fitting into someone else's mold. This is a card, the Chariot, Cancerian energy, moving forward, discipline, action, success. This is self-control. This is definitely change. You've got the 5 of Cups and the Chariot. That is definitely change. And I just saw 1755 on the timer. And that's, again, 5-5, change. You know, 5-5-5, that could be a major transformation. But 55 is positive change. Things are shifting into a positive light. They keep bringing me right back to it. I'm going to have to make this the title, apparently, because it's like, whatever the darkness that surrounds you, your light is more powerful. Absolutely. Please, please, whatever you do, know that. Okay, nothing, it wasn't a waste. Everything's like lining up. Part of the master plan here, okay? What else do we have? What else do we have? We're going to get advice from Spirit too here, of course. You have the 8 of Swords. Please remember, you are not trapped. You are not trapped in someone else's reality. You create your own reality. We have the King of Pentacles. Like I said, you create your own reality. But we want to be practical about things too. It's great to be all spiritual and, you know, and connecting with the divine and everything. But at the same time, we have to come up with like an action plan. Like, how are we going to navigate this difficulty maybe? You know, we can't just sit around in La La Land and hope for the best. I don't feel anyway. Oh my gosh, look. And there you have one of the cards of planning. This is coming up with a plan, 3 of Pentacles. They're coming up with like how we're going to, you know, they're collaborating. You know, maybe you, yourself, and Spirit, I don't know, are collaborating. There's the 3 right there. Me, myself, and I, right? But this is teamwork. This is building something together. This is putting your skills to use, your talents, coming up with a strategy of how are you going to make this impossible dream possible. And the King of Pentacles, they're very resourceful. They can make stuff happen, right? This is a very grounded leader. This is somebody who is respected. This is someone who has good morals too, good ethics, good morals. I am picking up on that. Could be like a father energy too. But this is somebody who is a solid leader. They're very, they're a provider. Okay. They're generous, but they're not too generous, right? We don't want to overly give. If you're overly giving, you can't be prosperous anymore. How can you prosper when you've given everything away? You know, we want to, but I mean, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about like, you can't just give, give, give. You've got to fill your cup, that Ace of Pentacles. You've got to realize that Ace of Pentacles, or Ace of Cups, and then the Ace of Pentacles coming in with this King of Pentacles on top. It's like, you're going to know what to do. You're going to make the right decision here with this amazing opportunity, this potential here. But the potential of that Ace of Pentacles absolutely needs a plan in order to turn into that Sun card, right? Especially because you have Tower energy. You have some shaky ground around you. You have some things that haven't quite been sifted through, sorted out, dealt with. There's some things that are out of your control, okay? And that's why it's really important that things are out of your control, maybe around you. The Chariot is in control. Ultimately, it comes down to, what are you going to decide is your reality? What direction are you heading into? You have the freedom to choose your own reality. You don't have to live in the shadow of somebody else's dream or nightmare. What else do we have for you? Summer readings. I am trying to keep them a little shorter for folks. Well, summer here where I am. A lot of us are having summer now. Speaking of summer, we have the Queen of Summer, the Queen of Wands. When the going gets tough, the tough get going, right? There's that quote there, right? Queen of Wands, that's what she's doing. She's saying, you know what? This stuff's been shaky for a while. Somebody's been maybe, out of joy to be around, I'll tell you that. So she's like, yeah, I'm going to go. I don't know exactly what's on the other side there, but I'm going to pull an 8 of Cups here, and I'm going to go anyway, because I'm going to move away from something that's no longer fulfilling in some way. It's no longer bearing fruit. It's messing up my garden. I'm yanking that weed. I got to go. I'm out. I'm going. I'm gone. I'm out. See ya. Bye. Smell you later. See you wouldn't want to be you, right? Okay. Oh, I haven't said smell you later in a while. So, that's one of my sayings here. But yeah, so with the Queen of Wands, determined, passionate, self-assured, creative woman, or man, whatever, however you want to do it. But confident, bold. In this 2-week period, this could be a very pivotal moment for you. This between this Capricorn full moon today and or tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world, and that new moon in Leo. Or once that new moon happens, boom, you're in motion. So maybe you're having a period of stillness in the 2 weeks, and then it's blast off, Once Leo season comes, which would be right around there. Things are shifting. Okay, we have the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, like I said, maybe you're busy, working on something in this 2-week period, and then something really, boom, lights on, shifts. That 8 of Pentacles here, they are working hard. A lot of the times, I've noticed that the 3 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles tend to come out together. It's there's your plan. Here you are working on it. And then ultimately you've got the Sun in the Chariot, Cancer and Leo energy. Maybe that cusp energy is important to you, or maybe again, that time period where we're going from Cancer to Leo season is going to be critical, big, huge shift and change. Of course, I'll be doing readings on this. All right. Yeah. So putting in the work, getting clear, putting in the work. For some of you, I do get this energy. It came up in the last reading I did, the departed love message, or departed person, how they're communicating with you. I just did that reading 2 days ago. If you haven't checked it out, if that's your style of reading, great, awesome. But I am getting you need to clear your house, clear your energy, definitely, and get grounded for what's to come and for how things are already. Get a solid, get your feet planted. You want to be firmly planted. You don't want to be questioning yourself, right? You want to be clear. Queen of Wands. No one stops the Queen of Wands, including herself. No, she's not going to hold herself back. She's going to go for what she wants. Oh my goodness. And there's the Fool card. There it is. Take that leap of faith. I love having the Fool and the Sun. To me, they're some of the best cards you can get in tarot. And they all have their positive attributes, but I feel like you want a bold new change, you want to change, you want to go out there, you want to do something, you want fresh hope, you want to be inexperienced at this beautiful dream that everyone thought was impossible, maybe, or go for it. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. No more self-sabotage, no more being taken advantage of. Like I always say, you're not a doormat. Libra, you're not a doormat. Okay? Don't be a doormat. You've got new beginnings here, fresh hope. This is like the fool. The thing with the fool is, no, they're not foolish. They're actually wise. They're smart. Because they know that in order for great things to happen in the impossible, sometimes you have to go out on a limb. You got to take the risk, right? You got to have that faith. Because you have a sign of positive change. You have things shifting into a positive light. Your light gets brighter. As things get darker around you, you shine even brighter. You ever notice that? You might be one of those people, as an empath especially, that, as the world gets darker, you get brighter. That's when you're needed the most too. So you need to take care of yourself first and foremost. And that is not selfish. It's like living the impossible dream here. You bet. Let's get some advice from, whoa, okay. We have pushed through any insecurity. First quarter moon in Cancer. Yeah, maybe you think you're not good enough, you're not intuitive enough, you're not strong enough, whatever. You are. You've got to have that positivity and awareness of your strengths. Even with the Sun card, just again, the Queen of Wands, they're not going to doubt themselves. They believe it, maybe before they could even see a plan all the way through. Like, they don't know exactly how. They just know that they're making big changes. They know that for sure, right? That they know for sure. So not holding yourself back. Believing in yourself here, having that optimism, right? Lessons, not luggage. I always say that with the Fool card. They're not carrying around their past. Oh, well, my past failures are coming with me in this new beginning. What kind of sense does that make? Zero. We're not bringing the past into this. The only reason we look to the past is to make sure we learned a lesson, right? It's like, oh, let me learn from that mistake, right? We're not going to bring it with us. We're not going to bring the energy of it with us. No. Get back that confidence. So for some of you, maybe you have never felt really super confident in your abilities or your skills or whatever it is you're trying to go after. But now's the time. There's no better time than now to push through the insecurity. Believe in the impossible. Surrender to the divine and bring in that positive change you're wishing to create. That you're not just wishing to, you are creating, you're manifesting it. You're making it happen. You're that Empress in the Sun. The Empress and the Sun together, they take that Ace of Cups and that Ace of Pentacles and they create that Ten of Cups. It is. Step up and lead. New moon in Capricorn. It is stepping up. Maybe again, you're getting some details in order, straightening some things out, getting some things done. Even if it's just, decluttering or something. I say decluttering is like a lot of work because you're not just decluttering things. You're decluttering, like you're having to relive some memories here, right? You don't have to relive it, but like maybe you get some like, oh, I remember when this happened, or maybe you're having a hard time letting go of objects, of things. That's hard sometimes. Trust all will be well. New moon in Virgo. Another thing I've been picking up on lately, and I feel like, oh, this is so early, and it makes me a little nervous as an intuitive because last eclipse season in September was so powerful, so insightful. And let's talk, like I definitely had a leveling up intuitively, spiritually, it felt like, like leveling up and a real tapping in that I hadn't done yet before. I mean, I was already psychic, intuitive, whatever you want to call it, but like this was like new level. And so I'm picking up on the energy already again of September eclipses. And I'm like, oh, what is this going to bring now? So be ready for powerful activation. Very powerful, big change. But I feel we're heading in the right direction. Again, this is positive transformation. It's nothing to be fearful of. Despite the headlines, remember, you don't have to buy into that. You don't have to, drink the Kool-Aid. You don't have to. You don't have to buy into any of that. You don't have to click on it and give it attention. You need more positivity coming in, right? Trusting all will be well. Surrendering to the divine. Yes, that's what makes us spiritual beings. Having that, like, that just being able to tune in and tap in, no matter what's going on, knowing that, yes, this is by design. That's one message too that was channeled when I did the channeled messages for July, the first 15 minutes of your July forecast. Channeling. It was like, this is by design. Yeah, are there earthquakes and things and all that? Yes, yes. And at the time of this reading, this is July, first week of July, and so this is going to be about, I'm doing my readings about a week ahead now, okay? So I may have missed a big event, you know, planet-wise. It may not be in this reading, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I felt it coming myself too. I did, but yeah, at the time of this reading, it could be that hasn't happened yet. But my point is yes, there are bad things happening, things that we don't want. But the planet's going through changes as we're going through changes. But again, trust all will be well. What's the alternative, right? The alternative is to what? Wallow in negativity and fear-based clickbait. Like, no thanks. Not doing it. And I myself am human, and I've been scared by, oh, what? This is happening? What does this mean? Oh, no, is it the end of whatever? No. It could just be the beginning of something new. And change and growth, yes, it can be scary, and it can be uncomfortable, and it can be, well, ugly. But all will be well. Fool card, Sun card, Empress. That's amazing. Fool, Sun, Empress. Look at this. I went and organized all that just to mess it up. And that's okay. It's okay. It's not a mess up. I was getting to something. Here we go. Look at that. Look at this. Wow. Wow. There it is. The Empress, the Sun, and the Fool. All right. And let's get a Crystal Wisdom Oracle card because I'm liking this deck. Let's do it. Crystal Wisdom Oracle card. I don't know why, but I'm getting Huey Lewis in the news. So the name Lewis or Hughes could mean something, or Huey. All right. What else? You have citrine. Invite abundance and prosperity. Let your spirit shine bright. Again. Maybe you're that brightest star right there, that brightest star in your world. Maybe things around you are seeming grim, dark, ugly, whatever it is, but keep shining your light. Look at this. Bottom of the deck. Seek spiritual connection. Open yourself to divine guidance. Some of you, it's been knocking on your door for forever, for a long time. Maybe now you're tapping in, tuning in. What else do we have? More messages, please. Let's use the Galactic Angels Oracle by Nadine Swiger of Soul Reflections. Whoa. Okay, so karma is at play. I think I mentioned that when I saw the tower. You can clear karma or cash in good karma at this time. Choose your actions wisely. Stay high vibing regardless of what's going on around you. And allow yourself forgiveness. Nothing was in vain. Everything happened exactly the way it was meant to, so you could grow. Interesting, we had 5 cards. I didn't even want 5, but now we have 5, and that's, again, that change. Finding courage and inner strength. Stand your ground. Stay true to your beliefs. And protect your energy. Untangle. Yeah, exactly. We were talking about this. Untangle from toxic people, situations, headlines, video descriptions, whatever titles. Protect your energy. Protect your peace. And, oh, I love this. Okay, again, what we've been talking about. Your spirit is ascending to a new vibration. Allow time for what is aligning to your frequencies. All else will fade away in a tower moment. Let's put it that way. Or a series of them. Okay. And anything else? Oh, we always like to get this time we're getting a power animal card. Power animals. I'm getting something about protein shake. So somebody, maybe you added that or you need to, or um, yeah, there's something there. Or like, yeah. All right. So, all right, here we go. Oh, ooh, wow. Okay. Leo Lion. Here we go. Lion. Lead with heart, protect what matters, and fearlessly pursue your noble purpose. Bingo. That's the whole reading. Thank you so much for being here. Please do like and subscribe, become a member, consider making a Square Link donation or super thanks, super chat, any of that. Really helps the channel. Thank you so very much for being here. Have a great full moon.